And that's the beauty of the reward systems that we have in our body, is that they evolve through our need for survival and reproduction. But we live, most of us, and we all hope to live longer, much longer than our reproductive age or our time when we reproduce. So
Yeah.
we have a purpose greater than just surviving long to reproduce. Now, what that purpose is something that all of us grapple with throughout our life. But the fact is that we do exist longer than that evolutionary goal. But the beauty of it is that the reward systems remain the same. And so when we have a survival intent, like eating food, as we think about taking actions to achieve that goal, dopamine is released. As we are completing those actions, dopamine is released. But the interesting thing is that once that action is done, the body has what it needs from us. And so dopamine release goes away related to that specific goal.
Mm.
And that's the real impact of the I Got This framework, is addressing the challenge that last piece of the equation has. So if you think about eating food, that's related to a survival goal. When you think about eating food, dopamine is released. That makes you motivated to find food and eat it. As you're eating the food, it feels pleasurable. That's dopamine again.
Yeah.
And also some other chemicals, but dopamine is a big player there. But the purpose of eating the food is to transfer the energy from the food into your cells. And that happens during digestion. And unless something's gone wrong, you're not aware of that at all. So the same thing again happens in these goals that we set for our life outside of survival. Like take the midlife crisis, for example. We set these goals for ourselves as we start our career. But then as we approach retirement age, or any point along there, once we realize that the goals that we set, either we're already achieving them, or maybe we never will for whatever reason, the role of those goals as a dopamine generating idea erodes, because either we've already achieved it, or we know we're about to. And that's where the energy from dopamine gets replaced by the fight or flight energy of cortisol, and we start to have really anxious feelings about what we're doing in our career.
That's the threat you referred to earlier, right?
Right.
So like we no longer, generally speaking, have lions and tigers, climbing up behind us, but the threat is, okay, I've found the water hole, I've approached the goal, I've gotten to the goal, now what?
Yeah.
The threat is now what?
Exactly, because it's at the most basic level, goals are how we survive. But you made the point that life's a lot different than it was when we were living in a cave.
Yeah.
But the way our body is designed doesn't really know the difference. And so whatever goal you set for yourself, the hardware of your brain is saying, okay, this must be related to my survival. And so if you get misaligned with that goal for whatever reason, or if that goal expires because you've completed it, then you're essentially telling your body you're in danger, because that goal, either you don't have a goal at all, or the goal isn't going to be able to be completed. And that's a scary place to be.